Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of Fan Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers, Taylor Gatwood, most unknown, and 100% RC. What's up,
Somebody in the
fellas?
bathroom. Somebody just flushed the toilet.
It wasn't on my side.
Me either.
And Gatwood said he by himself.
In the hotel.
Man, how y'all day, fellas?
Got rain.
Good and long.
Right.
Been up
Got rained on
this morning.
Yeah,
Got rained
woke
on
up
all day.
with it storming. Didn't feel like getting out of bed. You know what I'm saying? But I was an adult and went to work anyway.
Oh man, 10 minutes walking. I was soaked. My pants were soaked.
Man.
I was soaked from head to toe.
Yeah, that's why I bring extra clothes with me on route, just for rainy days, man. Just for rainy days.
They need to get you a rain jacket.
Man, that rain jacket suck.
But then,
Man, hey, yours. Hold on. You have a corporate jacket, or you have one of them nice jacket you got from the catalog?
I have one I got from the catalog, and then I got one of that plastic shit. I know you're talking about that plastic jacket. That ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
That little that ain't gonna get it.
Nah, yeah. I took it off, man. I wore it. I was pouring out, so I just put it on. And when I got to my truck, I took it off, man. I just kept it off. It was making me hot too.
Look,
It wasn't working, bro.
but before I had left, I had to turn in all my uniform. Pretty much the only thing they said I could keep was that cheap ass rain jacket. I still got it too, so
Hey,
I kept it.
that thing made out of a plastic bag. You ain't keeping you dry. For sure, man. Then y'all watch the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul?
Oh my
Like,
god!
Unfortunately.
Y'all did for real? I missed it. I didn't watch it all.
Good job. Thank you. Ain't missed nothing.
The good
everybody
fight,
yeah.
the good fight was the night after John Jones fight.
No, the women's fight, like right before the Tyson fight, that was a good fight. But old girl got cheated.
The one that got her eye split open?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough. Like, that was tough seeing that.
Yeah, I knew
a good fight.
But I was seeing videos. They were saying Mike Tyson was like kind of holding back. They think he was holding back.
Oh, he was. They both were holding back.
It's all rigged, man. It's so rigged. I hate that it's so rigged.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a bit payday.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everybody involved with that needs to go to jail. Honestly, the commissioner, Netflix, the people who bought the fight, the people who went to the fight, the ring girl, everybody involved need to go to jail.
He said the ring. He said the ring girl need to go to jail.
Except for that black woman. Except for that black woman, she was built like a Chevy Silverado.
Well, yeah, man. Everybody they were saying Netflix was messing up. So
Netflix was like Netflix don't need to do no more sports, like any type of sports event.
Yeah, that's the Hulu.
They got a bag though.
Yeah, I wish everything would just go back to TV. You know, all these streaming services, like I ain't got the time to trying to watch something that I want to watch, and it's freezing up on me.
Netflix is too far for it to be freezing. That's what I don't.
But I don't think they probably had so many users logging in and watch the fight. It probably made it lag or crash.
It out. They
probably never had many people watching it once.
When I was watching,
it's not the first event that happened though.
Oh.
When I was watching the fight, I was watching it on 240p, old school. That's how bad it was.
He didn't even say 360p. He said 240p.
Nah, 240, 480 at best.
Dang,
it took me to the 5th round to get HD.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
So you say
right.
240p, like that's like
really bad. When they punch, it looks like that.
That's not even Xbox. That's like Xbox 360 or the original Xbox.
240. That's Super Nintendo.
Right.
I know that.
I ain't seeing pixelated.
that's Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Type of crap.
Getting your pixelated characters on screen. That's crazy, man. All right. If y'all new to the show, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. Sure, family and friends, we appreciate the support. We're going to start off with some NBA, so let's get it. All right, so they released the NBA Power Rankings, and I have it right here for you. Number 1 is Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 2, Golden State. Number 3, OKC. Number 4, Boston. Number 5, Houston Rockets. RC. Oh, he just disappeared. Professor Flowers. How you feel about that power ranking?
I guess it's fair to say you can put Golden State at 2. I probably would still put Boston at 2, even though I know Golden State beat them. But I know Golden State's been pretty good this year. It's actually been a surprise. Small ball's been working with them. But Cleveland's probably been the biggest surprise out of everybody. For 15-0, I know they play Boston tonight, so we'll see how they turn out tonight in cup play.
They losing right now, 98-93, fourth quarter.
Down 5. I knew Boston was the better team. Cleveland, they just been taking advantage and playing really good team ball. But I feel like Boston, they got the star power and Tatum and Brown to take over the game. Can Donovan Mitchell be that guy for Cleveland? Y'all think? Or he just takes over?
He can take over, but you won't know if it'll be enough.
That's the key right there.
Who's the other
guy? All right.
I mean, but they a deep team though. Yeah. It ain't just Donovan Mitchell because Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, he could score like 20 and 8 if he wanted to. Jared Allen. They are a less Boston Celtics team. They just don't have the star power.
Yeah,
but they deep.
Star power.
They are deep.
Do y'all feel like you need star power to win?
Yeah, not necessarily.
In the crunch.
I do.
Yeah,
I mean, every year.
I don't.
Every year the champion has a star.
You ain't never had a team win without it.
So 2014 Spurs.
They got star power.
Tim Duncan, Hall of Famers.
Tim Duncan.
Yes,
that old man.
Come on, man.
Look at Kawhi too. Look at Kawhi. He was a big key to that.
But think about what you're saying. You calling him. But Tim Duncan's an all-time. He's a Hall of Famer.
Tony Parker's Ginobili.
Yeah,
but Tim wasn't the star power type of player. His last championship.
Problem at that time.
I bet you Dustin's somewhere flipping like a fish. If Dustin hit him, he probably just he probably doing.
Let me on.
Golly, you said you gotta understand who you just called trash, pretty much.
That's
Tim Duncan, man.
It may not seem a lot, but it's a lot with Tim Duncan. It's so much he put into the game fundamentally, and
I'm talking about his last season.
No, that last he was dominating there. He actually predicted that they would win that series. He can't even know they lost that series before, and he said we will win the next year, and they did. So, you go call your shot like that, you still got something in the tank. Like he was still hooping. He was just dragging that leg. I know what you were looking at. He was running, dragging that leg.
Well, them knees touched every time he ran, but he was still able to hit it off the glass.
So y'all know that the 76ers, they fall to 2-11. Tyler, he sent this to the group chat. He said Kyle Lowry called for a Philadelphia 76ers team meeting last night, and Tyrese Maxey called out Joel Embiid for being late to every team activity because of how it affects the rest of the team. RC, you a basketball coach. Do you think Joel Embiid showing up late affects them?
I think their season was over once he was recorded, smelling his fingers, digging in his ass. that flower, they see was open right there. And it's kind of like, I mean, how do you come back from that? How do you refocus as a team? How do you shake his hand? How do you hug his neck? How do you touch the basket? How you touch the basketball after you touch the basketball? But you got to think right. Tyrese Maxey, mighty bold. This is the franchise player you calling out. So if he's going that route, then he feels like, he's the star of the team now. And I'm right with him, man. Like, y'all signed all them players to do this. I don't know if they can dig themselves out of the hole. No pun intended. I don't know if they can do it. That's just crazy, man.
Most your thoughts on Maxey calling out and Joel? You think his absentees is affecting the team?
His absentee? I mean, why at this point? Why pay you if you don't come to work? What I'm saying? If I'm Philly, I will completely move on for Joel and build around Maxey. And let me say this: Paul George have the worst judgment picking these teams. I don't know, man. He just have it bad on his side. But you missing team meetings. I don't know if he really wants to play. I don't know. But either way, they need to move on from him.
It seemed like you're pulling a page out of Kawhi Leonard, just show the practice when you want to.
And that's the problem with the NBA right now. This load management. You know what I'm saying? I can't even watch basketball nowadays because your favorite players you want to see they hurt.
You can't even bet on the game. You better check that injury report before you place a bet. That's for sure. Flowers, what you think about Maxey calling out Embiid?
I have no problem with it. It needs to be done. I was talking to RC earlier about the African booty scratcher.
Shit. That's crazy, man.
It's funny because I feel like that they're 13 games late, to call a team meeting. It's probably something that should have been done even before the season started to get egos checked at the door and everything else. But you see where it is now. With Embiid would play 2 or 3 games, him being reckless, behind the scenes with the reporter, getting suspended, and you're not helping your team. So they're 2-11. I was telling RC earlier, man, that's a hard hole to climb out of, especially with all these teams trying to figure themselves out. You got to think about it. Paul George, Embiid, and Max, they got to figure themselves out, and to be 2-11. Man, that's a deep hole to come out of. But I think the report came out before the pod started and said that GM and Nurse is safe. Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse, they're safe. So don't expect the coach to get fired. You can't blame them. Mike can blame Daryl Morey for giving Embiid all that money when it was ideal last year just to sign and trade him. Let's think about it. You signed him for what, $200+ million, probably $300 million. Think of the 3 or 4 players that you could have playing right now if Embiid wasn't playing. But you got that money tied up in him, and then you got 212 or something like that tied into Paul George. Hell, should have took the clue when the Clippers when Steve Ballmer didn't want to pay Paul George a max deal. That I tell you something. You know, and that's no knock against Steve Ballmer. He had him. He seen what it was. Hey, we'll give you $70-80 million less than the max. Just come back to LA. He didn't want to do that, and he jumped at the first fish that gave him the biggest worm and hook. That's all that happened.
And look at him now. You know, with Embiid history of injuries, man, I'd probably be a little reluctant to give him all that money in the first place. And look at him now. He's out. And you know, that's what you get for paying him all that money. And he's not showing up to practice.
Let me add this real quick, because Flowers mentioned the situation with the reporter that happened a few weeks back. I don't mind him. I don't mind him pushing that man. I ain't gonna lie, I probably hit him in his jaw. I know that sounds bad, but you know, if I understand if you have a problem with Joel Embiid, the basketball players, but that is no reason to be trashing anybody, you know, dead loved ones. So that reporter really did cross the line.
Yeah, he crossed it. No doubt.
And that was very unnecessary. But you know, there's no reason to put your hands on the man. But you know,
I don't know. That seemed like a pretty good reason to me. You know, snatch him up by the collar. You just gotta scare him. You don't punch him. You gotta scare him a little bit. You gotta scare him
especially those hands. No, with those hands big, yeah, you gotta put them hands up.
Hey, be like Dion. Be like Dion back in the day. Be like Dion back in the day and throw water on him.
He grabbed when he grabbed the reporter was like, oh.
Get your hands off him, sir.
Hey, y'all. Did he grab him like this and just pull him?
Well, he did.
Embiid's
by the collar.
Embiid's a big guy too. He's a big guy, so
that's what I'm saying. You know, I just snatch him up by the collar. He'll get the message. All right, man. So the Lakers have announced, RC, that Pat Riley is getting his own statue.
But y'all understand the Lakers the only one putting statues outside the stadium. What they gonna, bro? Listen, what you can't even get to the front door of the stadium. Like it's everywhere. Somebody got a statue you run into. I mean, we the only one doing that. Nobody else is doing that frequently. Should I say? Pat Riley.
It might be one like a garden. Just all these statues all over the place.
I got pictures with the Magic Johnson one, the Chick Hearns, and the Shaq. But you know what I think, man? I think they're doing too much because Pat Riley been retired or gone from there for years. Why now? Maybe they know something we don't. Think LeBron gets one?
So. Man, yeah, that's a good question. Somebody asked that too. He haven't done enough as a Laker to get one, in my opinion. You know, how many years? How many years he been there? What, 3 or 4 years? And he and when you think of LeBron, you think of him as a Heat or a Cavalier.
It's been 6 or 7 years now, hasn't it?
Huh?
How many years he been there? 6?
It's 6 or 7.
I thought
he's been there longer than we think. I didn't think he was there for that long either.
It don't even feel like 7.
He won the championship.
He got one championship out of that. Okay.
Yeah, but what he started in like 18 with Lonzo and all them.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, man, time flies. Mm-hmm. But like I said, he done much more as a Heat player and a Cavalier player more than a Laker player, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all agree?
Oh yeah,
most definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
100%.
All right, man. We're gonna switch gears here and go to the NFL. We got a lot to talk about, so we're going ahead and knock them out. We're brought to you. Huh?
You couldn't even talk about the Rockets being at number 5. That's crazy.
Hey, I mean, I got a new favorite player, Jalen Green. Jalen Green be hooping, dog. And he be winning me money.
Hey,
if you want to talk about the Rockets, go ahead and talk about the Rockets.
I was just starting out there. They were number 5, and you just looked over it like we were nothing.
I mean, I ain't look over y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all there? We see. Can y'all keep it up? I'm pretty sure.
Kind of like OKC last year.
Right. Got a lot of young talent. All right, we brought to you by Swift Energy. They are running a special deal on Black Friday, so check them out. Also use code VOL13 to get you some
If it's 25% off right now, Black Friday, what is it gonna be like 50%? I'm gonna get
50% off.
I'm gonna get like 42. Get like 42 cans for $7. Yeah, don't stock up on that Friday.
They put me running a Black Friday sale, so check it out. Are y'all ready for the game picks?
Yeah, I sucked it up this weekend.
Yeah, dude. All right, I can tell y'all how y'all went before I show the game picks. I went 10-4. T Wright went 9-5. RC went 7-7. Randy went 7-7. Flowers went 11-3. Gatwood went 9-5. So
good job, Randy.
Were you picking from Randy's sheet?
I think, yeah. I called him and look what happened.
All right, hit the music. Cue the music. Here we go. Oh man,
it's only right. Hey, listen,
T right.
Damn, T right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what we gotta do. You gotta disappear for a few days from the show and send your picks in. I got it covered.
Right.
Everybody got respectable records though.
Yeah.
Man, we've been balling this season. That's why I've been winning money.
Remember, I started 19-30. Look at me now.
Right.
You did.
Look at him now.
Started from the bottom.
But when I was doing this, T Wright was the biggest surprise. I'm like, I guess he said, not this year, no more pie in the face. Even though you haven't done it yet, we still gotta catch him slipping.
Man, look how close it is, man. Like, dang, like it look like the NFC West.
1-6 is 4 games back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I'm having my eyes on the number 1 spot right now.
One bad week.
2 games back. One bad week. That 7-7 Gatwood, or that 7-7 Randy, hurt you bad, man. Hurt you bad. How you fell from grace. All right, man. The Packers and Bears. Packers beat the Bears 20-19. Flowers, what did you think of that game?
Look, it's usually the formula that we've accumulated up on this show, far as when people are challenged, coaches are fired, or somebody's bench, these teams come out and play, better that week than prior, of course. So the Bears been faced with adversity, far as they fired the offense coordinator. You get another offense coordinator. There's questions about Caleb Williams. So they come in and play the Packers well. It's a division game. These division games are close. They're competitive. Chicago did everything right except at the end. Mm-hmm. I think it was 50 seconds left, 46 seconds left. My mind gives away at me sometimes on these things. But with all that time left, was second down, if I'm not mistaken, you have a chance to move the ball. And you're looking at analytics. You know that your kicker is a little better from 46 and under, or 43 and under. So if I'm not mistaken, you have the headset on and you're talking to all your coordinators. I'm quite sure the special teams coordinator, unless the Bears are not ran properly, what the kicker's strength is before the games, how far they kick in, all that stuff before the games. And for them to go out and to waste 40 plus seconds when they could have got the ball closer and get a chip shot kick blocked, it says a lot about the coaching staff. I get what Eberflus is saying, as far as, well, if we run the ball, it's a fumble. That's more likely than none. I think I'd rather take the chance to just make these kicks easier than possible. I just think these coaches just overthink things, and this is the second game that the Bears have lost in heartbreak fashion like this, and it's just from the coach staff and these players overthinking things. Once these players and these coaches are against against all odds, things aren't working out, and you've seen that with the Hail Mary, and you see it with the field goal kick, far as the execution. So Eberflus is probably going to lose his job.
Right. So, RC, how you feel about the Packers? You think Jordan Love can really take the Packers to another level?
I think they're very fortunate to get out of that game without an L. The Bears played extremely well, and I think how it was on the Lions. I think the Bears will be there in a few years. They got a lot of talent over there. But Green Bay, they're dealing with the injury bug, and they're dealing with a lot of different problems along the offensive line. But he looks banged up. It's gonna come down to if Jordan Love can continue to play through pain. It's very obvious that he hurt and he trying to play through pain. And but I don't see them. I think they'll be that team unless they show up like they did last year. They could have an early exit in the playoff because it's dependent on him. He just don't look like himself at times. He dragging that leg.
He had that Brett Favre Tennessee in him. He had a bad interception in the red zone that cost him probably 3 or 7 points.
He tried to do something in the game where, it's something Caleb Williams does too, but it's Patrick Mahomes-esque, where they be running and then they try to throw back across their body, or they get their bodies in weird positions and trying to make all them crazy hard angle throws that Aaron Rodgers is really good at, and it gets him in trouble. So he keeps teams in games with stuff like that, making bad throws.
Yeah. Guy, what was your takeaway from the Bears and Packers?
I'm kind of with RC though. When it comes to Jordan Love, we've seen him do it last year in the playoffs. He showed up, big time in the playoffs. But if he's not healthy, it's going to be a different story. Bears, on the other hand, I feel like they just kind of, they need to, fire a few coaches. They did fire their offense coordinator. They look better than they had before, but I think Eberflus needs to go. Caleb Williams is, he's going to have to get confident again. He was overly confident. Now he's getting humbled a little bit. But I think they'll be good in a couple of years, like RC said. They have some good pieces.
Most, you think Caleb Williams gonna figure it out? People have been labeling him a bust. You think that eventually he get over that?
It's the man first year. Let's move on with this. He's a rookie. Let your rookie quarterback play like a rookie.
Yep.
Now after that, then I'll expect more. But
I think CJ Stroud set the bar kind of high.
No,
he was struggling this year too.
Man, the Bears on paper,
really good.
I feel like they should be doing better. To me, they like the NBA equivalent to the Bucks in a sense, as far as on paper it's not the team not bad, and you got a good wide receiver core, but they've been dealing with the injury buzz, and the defense ain't really been playing well the past few weeks. But Caleb will be fine, I think, after this year.
The mistake they made. They should have hired Jim Harbaugh. This team with Jim Harbaugh would be a problem. They got a lot of talent. I believe he's an ex-Bear. He know the tradition behind that. He would have came in with a different type of attitude and let Caleb Williams. He'd have brought running backs to do what he's doing for Justin Herbert. He'd have leaned on the run and allowed Caleb to play action. So, yeah, our Cliff Kingsbury would have been a good fit there.
Yeah, he went and traded Khalil Herbert, which still blows my mind.
I'm glad that Harbaugh went to the Chargers. I love him and Herbert's relationship.
Yeah, I love it too. It's great. It's a great look.
All right. Hold on, I missed a team. The Lions beat the Jazz 52-6. I posed this question last week. Was the Lions the best team in the NFL? Let's try this again. All right. RC, do you think the Lions the best team in the NFL?
Without a doubt. I think they have the right everything. The attitude, the players, the quarterback, the coach, the fan base. This is their opportunity. If they don't seize it now, it won't happen. But they prime to do something special. They're my best team.
Most Lions the best team?
No, I still think it's the Chiefs. I think, once again, you have to play damn near perfect playing the Chiefs, and you have to hope that Pat Mahomes or somebody's off. You know what I'm saying? But
the referee's off. You gotta hope you got a big enough lead that the refs can't affect it. That's the reason why they've been winning.
I kind of disagree with this Chiefs team. You don't have to be perfect.
Nope.
Because they're not perfect. They turn the ball over at times. as we
And-
saw with Patrick Mahomes.
And for the majority they still win.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I think y'all gonna beat the dog crap out of them when y'all play them. Y'all that first game, I told you that you were gonna beat them.
The
And
second
they got
game,
out
y'all
of that.
had it.
Yeah, you got out of that. The Chiefs,
Mhm.
they walking with it's tradition, it's expectation. People aren't scared of them. They're good, but they ain't unbeatable.
Flowers.
I mean,
You agree?
no team unbeatable.
Flowers, you agree? The Lions' best team.
Yeah, that's a buzzsaw that people run into every week. Kansas City is of course a team to beat, but honestly, defensively, I don't think they're as good as they were last year. Losing a solid corner that went to Tennessee and some other things. I feel like they can be had in some places. People like Detroit, they don't fear Kansas City. They've been the Arrowhead and beat them before. I think it's Detroit's time, man, to be able to make a run and do something with it. They got a window. Take advantage of the window.
Yes, indeed. Gatwood. Lions.
Yeah, I think they're the best team in the league just because, watching Jared Goff throw 5 picks and them still win and them have the resiliency to come back and win that game. I feel like they just have it, the chemistry, and Dan Campbell, he's a great leader. Jared Goff ain't going to throw 5 picks like that probably ever again. They got so many weapons. I mean, it's one of the best duos. It's kind of like Kamara and Ingram, Montgomery and Gibbs.
Yeah.
I mean, then St. Brown's, Laporta. I mean, great O-line, good defense. I mean,
they played the Jaguars. Do we realize this?
What team had dog walked the Jaguars like that?
But wait, they
played the Jaguars.
The one thing that scares me though is the 5 interceptions because we know the Jaguars secondary ain't the no-fly zone. I was looking at that. What was he looking at? But it's like once he got to the second one, it just started spiraling out of control. Like he has had moments in his career where he's thrown to the other team and cost his team, like the Niners and Seahawks. But I was looking at that, like what was going on with that? I wasn't able to watch all of that game. What was he getting pressured?
Back and forth. I think he read it wrong. When I saw the highlight, it seemed like he was trying to look somebody off. Then I guess he
5 picks is a lot. Is a lot in one game. That's a lot of picks, man.
That's what made me lose faith. But they still won though. You ain't
gonna be no good team throwing 5 picks.
That's what made me lose faith in the Texans right there. Us losing that game when we got 5 turnovers. We ain't gonna go forward.
He just crowd through a couple of them himself, so that was kind of helped them out.
Let me say something. See, folks, you got to understand that, yes, Jacksonville is a bad team, but you grade teams on how they take care of business, and they take care of business against bad teams.
Yes.
Real good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
When they supposed to win, they win.
Yeah. What they did with the Tennessee was it last week, right? Mm-hmm. Then they come out and do to Jazz, man. They putting teams away.
That's not a coincidence.
No,
right. Good teams put bad teams away, and that's what they doing. They ain't let them stick around. They put the foot in the pedal.
Are the Jaguars a top defensive team? They're not.
But most teams go in these games sleepwalking. That's how upsets happen. They go in there sleepwalking and taking these teams lightly. Then they end up beating them, but not the Lions.
It's hard to win
nobody lightly.
It's hard to win games in the National Football League, man. Mm-hmm. Like you got to think about it. Jags took the ball away 5 times, right? Didn't somebody say he threw 5 picks in this?
No, that was a test.
Okay. I'm finna say the Jags took 5. That's why I was like, who the hell did he throw? Who the hell
Jared Goff took 5 picks in the Jags? I wouldn't say the Lions were the best.
I was finna say he must have been throwing the ghost of Jalen Ramsey But just like it's hard to win every week in the National Football League. So for them they look like a college school.
Right. They was scoring at will. Like they could put up more points they wanted to. That's how they didn't take this team lightly. They took care of business. That's what good teams do. They take care of business. That's one thing I had about the Saints over the years. we let sorry teams beat us, let them come in the dome and beat us because we like, oh man, we got the one of the best offenses in the league. We can score anytime we want to. Then next we losing those games. So
the Lions get up by so much sometimes they start getting the tackle to throw the ball and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Man, they were playing with their food. The Lions were literally playing with their food versus Dallas. So there you go. All right, the Saints beat the Browns 35-14, and I got my boy right here with me today, MT. He was right. He's always
How do you
right.
like MT?
Hey, do the voice. Do the voiceover. Hey, my name is MT. my name is Bobble T.
Yo, hey, but yeah, when Mike T talk, you didn't think that type of voice come out of his mouth. They look like a totally different.
Congratulations, Ben. Y'all beat the Browns.
Dude, we couldn't even beat the sorriest team in NFL. At first, I thought
but
we
you know
were
what?
The sorriest team.
But I ain't gonna lie, I had y'all losing because I'm like,
See?
man, James about. Because I was like, James about to torch that ass up, and he did. But
yeah, he did.
Yeah. James is out there throwing that bitch.
But the thing is, with the Saints, they messing up their draft position by winning. Like,
I know, man.
What are y'all doing? Like,
I don't know.
Buddy over there coaching for his coaching career. He red bloodshot red the whole game. Like, coach, calm down, bro. They're not gonna give you the job.
Man, but that's what Benz was lacking. They should have known that when the Raiders VP came out and said that stuff about Allen, like his coaching techniques just don't resonate with the players, and in order for him to be successful, he need to change some things up, and he was stuck in his ways, man. I thought he was just gonna ride the coattails of Sean Payton and get things done.
It's hard to
It's hard to come by. And what Rizzy, the Rizzler, doing? He pumping guys up. He jumping down the sideline. I mean, that's what we needed. He was getting in people's faces like, come on, man. Like, can't mess
But he need to understand over a 17-18 game season, his top gonna pop. Like, he gonna have a stroke over there.
Right.
Like, he hurt himself trying to celebrate after a game. The first game he won, he hurt himself. His leg gave away or something. Something happened to him.
So this one of the Saints analysts, he posed his questions. He said, "Could y'all see Taysom Hill get into the Hall of Fame?" I'm like,
well, like,
you all right, RC?
Wait, are we talking about his elementary school? Then yeah,
this man crazy.
He was talking about going in as a specialty player.
No,
he was the first. He's the second player to have 25 touchdowns, threw for 10, rushed for 10. It was some crazy stat. It hadn't been done since like 1950s or something.
Terrell Pryor should have been what Hill is doing now, and he kind of was.
Jimmy is not in the
maybe Tebow. I feel like if Tebow would have changed his attitude. What you say, Flowers?
I said Jimmy Smith is not in the Hall of Fame. Fred Taylor is not in the Hall of Fame. And you think I'm about to say put Taysom Hill in?
Roger Craig, Ricky Waters not in the Hall of Fame.
Roger Craig ain't in the Hall.
Ricky Waters not in the Hall of Fame.
What?
I didn't know how Ricky Waters not in the Hall of Fame.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, they don't have Sean Alexander. They say he didn't do it long enough.
Y'all think Phillip Rivers will get in?
If Eli get in, like I always say, if Eli get in, then put Phillip in.
Yeah, Eli got 2 rings.
Yeah,
defense have 2 rings.
He's got 2 rings.
Phillip Rivers ain't got nothing to show for it.
Eli's stats is terrible.
I'm talking about Phillip.
Oh, Phillip. Yeah, Phillip got the stats. Eli doesn't have the stats.
He got the rings.
Eli's stats ain't terrible.
He got the rings.
They're not terrible.
They're not
his TD interception ratio almost like Archie's. Fall like son. But yeah, he was posing the question because he could see Taysom go in as a specialty player because Devin Hester was the first specialty player to go in.
You know how many
he's the GOAT kick returner.
Yeah, Dante Hall is not in. He should be in.
But Dante Hall didn't do what Devin Hester did.
No,
you're right. But I feel like Dante Hall, he was a
yes, he did. Just not
Dante Hall.
Yeah, he's the GOAT kick returner.
It wasn't good as Devin Hester. Dante Hall? Yeah, hell no.
We're not saying he's not good at Hester, but I'm saying he was good. Like I feel like
Dante Hall was
on the ring.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, but he ain't Hall of Fame worthy. Like I think there's a small window when you look at Devin Hester. That dude, man.
If you say Dante Hall's a Hall, what about Brian Westbrook? You know, somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Eli's stats now, bro. I don't think you know what you're looking at, dog. Eli got some. He got
what's his TD interception ratio? What's his touchdown?
He got 366 TDs, 244 interceptions. Now Brett Favre is the all-time interception thrower.
Thank you, exactly. Gunslinger.
So if Brett Favre was in the Super Bowl in the Hall of Fame for,
so you say Eli over Brett Favre?
Hell no. That's like I don't want to Volkswagen.
When we watch Eli,
it's because Eli
it's
because how he looks. It's because how he looks. How he's but if you look at his stats, bro, if you look at his stats, he got Hall of Fame stats. Like, dude is
give me playoff Eli over playoff Brett Favre in the deal.
He better than Tony Romo, Dak Prescott. He better than it's a list of quarterbacks here that his numbers are better than that. You would think that Tony Romo is a Hall of Famer the way he talks. Right. Eli's a 4-time Pro Bowler. Look, 4-time Pro Bowl, 2-time.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a fan of Tony Romo, just not his playoff version.
He's not in Tony Romo's not a Hall of Famer.
Eli, 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champ. The Walter Payton Award don't account. We get that Walter Payton, okay, but then you can't take away from his playoff record, man. He beat some good teams,
real good teams.
But some real good teams. But his overall record,
Favre would have 2 rings if it wasn't for the bounty, Ben.
Man, there was no bounty. Man, y'all made me come out with my own documentary, man. I'm getting tired of everybody saying it was a bounty, man.
The Saints assassins.
You don't. After you throwing across the field, that was mine.
All right, so Saints got the victory. I was kind of conflicted, like stop winning, but we gotta win. But anyway, we probably not gonna go quarterback in the first round anyway. Probably gonna go guard or receiver.
It depends on where you pick.
We keep winning. We don't have no shot. Well,
if I'm not mistaken, y'all a game and a half in Atlanta.
Yeah, the division's still up.
Yeah, we 2 games out. We 2 games, game behind Atlanta for number 1 in NFC South.
Yeah, it's wide open.
I got a prediction.
All right.
I got a prediction where Ben Johnson's gonna go next year.
The Bears.
Raiders.
Bengals. I think Zach Taylor's gonna get fired. I think he's gonna go to the Bengals.
Ben Johnson's hot.
That'd be nice.
He's gonna be very
all right. The game of the week, RC boy.
Damn.
Russell Wilson. The Steelers beat the Ravens 18-16. Like I told the boys last week, RC. Russell Wilson is like your pudding pop. You just love the guy.
Oh shit.
You just love the guy. So
when Russell Wilson is my pudding pop,
Ben Bayless.
Sean Payton is your. I ain't gonna say that on here. Deal. Feel the other part of it up.
Oh man!
Hey, I just want to say this before you start. I think the Russell Wilson. When I watched the game, he didn't have a great game, but Lamar Jackson didn't have a great game, and that's all I was saying. His mere presence alone they looked like a totally different team. But carry on, brother.
But they said they had a stat that said Lamar Jackson is 2-5 versus Steelers, and every time he play against them, he usually have a QB rating below 60.
Every time. Flacco struggled against them too. Them Steelers Ravens is a tough rivalry.
So Flowers, hold on, let me read this quote real quick. Lamar Jackson said, "We gotta find a way to fix this ish. It's annoying." He talking about how they keep losing these games. And Ryan Clark, the fake RC, came out and said, "It's when he plays." He talking about Lamar. He said, "It's when he plays his biggest team rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, his biggest individual rival, Patrick Mahomes, that he stopped being Lamar Jackson sometimes."
Oh wow!
So was this just a great game plan, Flowers, from the Steelers, or Lamar? He just, when he play against the top opponents like them, he just shrinks in the moment.
I just think it's apparent that if Lamar Jackson is Superman, Tomlin and Spags is Lex Luthor.
That's it.
I just think that the Baltimore Ravens get out of their element, especially with Monken. More honestly, with more than Monken than Greg Roman. And I know you used to give shit about Greg Roman, or me personally, I used to. I just thought they need to open up the offense a little more. But lately, I feel like you can go back to the AFC Championship game, and you can go to this game this past Sunday. Anytime Lamar Jackson throws more than the team runs against these two teams, they do not win because they're not being themselves. And that's not saying Lamar Jackson can't quarterback. We know he can quarterback, but when you got a guy that's 240 pounds and Derrick Henry, and he doesn't get a touch in the fourth quarter, we got a problem here. Like, don't go away from what made you successful. Pound these teams, beat them up, allow Lamar to be Lamar. If you're going to play the Steelers, in which we know how this rivalry is, we've been watching it for 20 plus years, you have somebody that can be an equalizer. Why aren't you using him? I just don't get it. You see, at one particular time in the game, Lamar was 10 for 24 for like 130-something yards. Run the damn ball. Because that's what Pittsburgh did. Pittsburgh, they took what they could. We can talk about Justin Tucker, too. I think that I don't think it's him personally as far as missing these kicks. I think he got a new long snapper, a new holder. I think that's what the problem is because his stuff is going left. Every kick he's missed this year is went left. And I'm thinking it has something to do with the holding and the placement because for a guy to kick 90% and be one of the best kickers percentage-wise in NFL history, be pulling these kicks lately, I'm thinking it's more of the setup than his mechanics. But, hey, like I said, Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, he has the formula to contain Lamar Jackson. Baltimore has to do a better job of not getting out of themselves and continuing to just stand in the phone booth with these teams. And when I say teams, Kansas City and Pittsburgh, you got to stand in the phone booth and trade blows with them the whole game. Don't get away from yourself.
All right. Gatwood, what did you get from this game watching the Steelers and Ravens?
Oh, I mean, just the fact that, like Flower said, they went away from their game plan. And, Derrick Henry had, 13 carries for 60-something yards. That's 5 yards a carry. I mean, keep feeding them, man, especially when you play a defense like that. You gotta tear them down, wear them out. You're running the ball good. You start getting into the play action and you get into the offense more. I just think they went away from their game plan a little bit too much.
Most unknown, your old quarterback, your ex. What do you think of the Steelers' performance? Yes, Sunday.
Russell wasn't even the MVP of the game. It was their kicker, Boswell.
No, Patrick Queen.
I mean, when your kicker makes 6 field goals, shout out to Russ for moving the ball downfield. But I think this is just, Mike Tomlin has just a great – he had a great game plan against Lamar. And also, man, Baltimore, they got to step it up on defense, particularly pass defense. I mean, you allowed the most passing yards, this year, but yet, they have like the second best rushing defense. But if a team could just throw at you all day, you're gonna lose some football games. So they just have to fix that because in the playoffs, they'll probably get knocked out first round, even if they win 10, 12, 13 games. You got to work on that defense. And they should have kept feeding the ball to Derrick Henry.
I feel like the Ravens need to stop beating themselves. They had a turnover before and a half. The Steelers already kicked the field goal, so at 3, then luckily the defense made a stop after a likely fumble, which gave them another 3. So it was a close game, and that's 6 points already. Then with Justin Hill's interception, I mean, these guys, it seemed like they turned the ball over at the worst possible time. We saw Zay Flowers do that in the playoffs with the fumble. It just they gotta be more disciplined in playing good teams because you cannot have turnovers in moments against teams that have a great defense and a veteran quarterback. It's gonna come back and bite you.
I think first of all, I heard Mo said that Russ didn't have a good game. Okay, he got his team. You have to get your team in position to kick the damn field goal. Somebody got to move the ball down the field. This team looks different.
I never say he had a bad game.
You said the running RC it was the running back. They ran the ball pretty good.
Listen. Let me tell y'all. Let me give y'all a backstory real quick. The reason why I feel the way about Russell Wilson that dude was in my division with less talent than he had on any team he's been on forward, as far as offensive side of the ball, and he tortured me. I hated him as much as y'all did. I hated little straight hair on his damn head. But then after a while, I realized the more I hated him, the better he got. And he didn't change or he didn't deviate. I think the Steelers at 8-2 right now are one of the most dangerous teams in the National Football League because they're only going to get better. And he's only going to get more comfortable with this team. This dude, if I can watch Phillip Rivers do this with Baltimore 1 year, Flacco get a run with Cleveland, these veteran quarterbacks that get with a team like this that don't need much, that need leadership, they can be dangerous. And right now, looking at that division, it's theirs to lose. That Baltimore got 4 losses. So I think, watching the game, it was what I thought it was going to be. It was a slugfest, but they won a turnover battle, and Russ kept moving his team down the field. The running backs did great as well because you tried to throw Najee Harris away too. You said he was gone. He washed up.
I mean,
he would turn. But everybody you throw away.
Stuff.
But dude, everybody you throw away always resurface. Somebody go get them out the trash, and they look like this. So, hey, I think Steelers are up there with Kansas City and Buffalo as those teams to beat in the AFC and the Broncos. Keep your eyes on the Broncos. I wouldn't want to play them either.
I think I was gonna pay an apology, but we'll get to that when we get to the Broncos. RC.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ben don't like Najee because he sucks in fantasy.
Come on, Gatwood, man. You can't be telling people when I don't like somebody. Yeah, I forgot what round drafted Najee. Dude was a straight dud. All right, man. The Colts beat the Jets 28-27. Flowers, I took y'all +4.
I took us straight up.
Money line.
What I'm talking about. Money line.
Straight up.
All right.
65.
The floor is yours, Flowers.
I said, look, I don't even want to talk about the overhaul of the game. I want to talk about Anthony Richardson. All right. I texted out early in the chat in the first quarter because it was so evident that you could see that something was different about that kid. Something was different. It's like you ever just been doing something and something just clicked in your mind like, oh, that's how that goes. How I felt about Anthony Richardson Sunday. Like, this guy came out and looked like he'd been in the league for 5 years as far as his poise, delivery of the ball. He was 20 for 30, 200-plus yards. People knocked him for having a 44% completion rating. It's about 70% Sunday. So let's check that off the book. Even though the Jets, 4-7 now, 3-7. Let's not escape the fact that they have some dudes that are talented and can play on that team and play on that defense. And for that kid to go out there to be ridiculed and, thrown against the wall for the past 2 weeks, everybody just rid him off. And, people like that can just sit back, learn, and accept, what's in front of them and look at what's ahead. I ride with them kind of people. Anthony Richardson gave me them by when we drafted him. This is a good kid. I vouch for him. Look, I've said they need to sit him down, but I've also been on the forefront of why keep him down because he's not bad. Look, like I said, we can't sit up here and look at these stats You got to watch these games to understand. You cannot look at a piece of paper and see 10 for 32 and not understand what that kid had to do. Just watch him play. Look at how he goes through his progressions. Look at his delivery. Look at this kid's toughness. This kid put that team on his shoulders and went out there and won a game. You know, I can't ask for anything more. I just hope that this kid continues to build. Whatever he did this past week, whatever work that he put in, young man, you continue to do it because the sky's the limit. We seen this Sunday. If that's the Anthony Richardson that we're going to get on a consistent base week to week, NFL beware.
Right. I can't believe that people just label him a bust and saying this and that about him after 2 weeks. You know,
well,
that's kind of crazy.
Let me add Bryce Young into this also.
Come on, cuz.
Because when we had the conversation about Bryce Young, I was the first person to take up for him. Because sometimes, you know, the situation is what it is. And in their situations, they just need to be pulled back and sat down because I don't think people understand that quarterbacks have it tough in this league because people like Anthony Richardson and Bryce, well, more Anthony Richardson than Bryce. Anthony's trying to figure out how to be a quarterback in this league, how to prepare, how to, you know, get ready for games. It's all a learning process. But the world is so quick to throw away stuff when they don't get the results they want at the particular time. But those two kids, they play like they do not want to be QB2. They want to be QB1, and that's how they playing right now. Hope it stays that way.
Yeah. AR, man, he was in the fourth quarter, he was 8 of 10, 129 passing yards, 1 passing TD, 1 rushing TD.
Game winning drive.
Set him up. AR, set him up.
That pass to Alec Pierce, that 38-yarder. Let me tell you how I know he know what he's doing. As soon as the ball was snapped, he looked off. He seen that safety went over the top. Ball's gone.
I like the fact that he didn't go in a hole after all that. He didn't pout. He was standing out there, and when his teams were going in at halftime in the game that Flacco started, giving everybody a high five. His chin was up. His head was up. I like that. It showed me a lot.
Yeah, that's character right there, man. When the going get tough, man, he dug in. That's what you gotta do in the NFL, especially a quarterback. The Jets, man, they fired their GM Joe Douglas.
I don't like that.
Y'all about to ask how y'all feel about that.
I don't like.
Y'all feel like it's his fault?
I do.
I don't want to say it's fully his fault, but I feel like it's apparent that Aaron Rodgers is the culprit in all this. Because look, the only miss that Douglas had was quarterback draft, and that's during COVID when he got Zach Wilson. Look, the COVID was going on. That was a tough year to draft a quarterback because you don't know what you was getting. But if you look at this Jets team, look at all the talent they got on this team. Quinn Williams, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson. He drafted a lot of great talent and put together a lot of great talent. I don't think people realize he came from Baltimore. So I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up back in Baltimore, you know, to help with the organization, unless, you know, somebody else wanted to bring him on. And I don't think Joe Douglas is going to be jobless for too long. Got a good eye for talent.
I think it's his fault, brother.
Why is that?
It's like he picked the groceries, yes. So that means when you pick the players, now we got expectation. And so when you go out and do the mistake he made was bringing Aaron Rodgers in there, knowing that I don't know if he knew the history of the Jets and how they go out and get veteran, older quarterbacks and bring them in there, and it's never worked. So once you missed in the draft, you should have redrafted again. You know, at some point, I see teams across the NFL that refuse to draft for the future. Jets are one of those teams. Saints, Cowboys, they don't go out and draft for need. They just stay packed. Let's plug and play. You can't plug and play at the National League. Then he go out and get Devontae Adams because your quarterback crying about it. If it is Aaron Rodgers' fault, you giving him the keys. You let them do it. You see what I'm saying? And so I feel like I'm with you that he got an eye for talent, but he don't have a heart to deal with men. Because I'd have looked that dude in his face, the one that went in training camp, that was in Vegas or on a retreat, and say, listen, you ain't running this. I'm going to run this. This is my team. You're not finna do this, what you were doing in Green Bay. We too good. We set to go. And I believe he got Saleh fired. That's why Saleh's gone.
I just feel like Aaron Rodgers has Woody Johnson's ear and not Joe Douglas.
Yeah, but
that could
that's
be
what, and that's when you sever ties. When they would have fired Robert Saleh, hey, I'm gonna be dysfunctional. I got to get out of there too because they gonna blame me like they doing now. So, but he won't be unemployed long. He is a great GM.
Yes, some they'll blame him for the quarterbacks. I mean, some people get quarterbacks wrong, but you know the coach he brought in Robert Saleh. Some people thought that he wasn't the right fit.
Dude, the Jets ain't never got They ain't never got a quarterback right.
Let me ask this question. I think it's fair if a GM can miss one quarterback. I think it's fair that they are allowed to miss one.
They missed plenty, more than one.
Yeah,
well, before he got there, yeah, they missed a lot, but
I was he drafted Zach Wilson.
I think they gave up on Zach Wilson too. I feel like they just gave up on too quick, man.
I'm trying to remember, was he there with Sam Darnold? Was he there with Sam Darnold?
Yeah, he got Sam Darnold out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, do you realize it goes back to what I was saying earlier about the Saints? Like when they had Diaz, the head coach. Like when you draft a quarterback like that, you need an offensive-minded head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And Saleh, to his fault, he gonna have a good defense, but he don't have an offensive mind. He didn't do what my boy did in Detroit, even though he was a tight end in the league. You got to go get a good OC, and like Dan Quinn's doing it with Kingsbury. So that's all it is getting the right guy in position. Ben Johnson would be good there too.
All right. Shaft, the face of sports, he said he just got off work, but he here. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate it. I got a picture right here that pretty much sum up the Jets season. I think this tells it perfectly.
Damn, Mike.
Hey.
Damn, Mike. What y'all fighting stuff?
What was the point of that interview?
The internet.
Let me tell y'all something.
Hey,
that's the weirdest. That was the weirdest shit ever, man.
Let me tell y'all something. Cause when I was watching the fight, I was talking to a great friend of mine, and he's at the he was at a bar watching the fight, having a good time or whatever. And all I heard him scream, "Ah, man, what is I'm like, man, I got scared because I thought something happened. You know, like, oh man, what happened? I need to pick you up. Like, nah, but Mike got here tripping. That's what I see. Oh man.
Oh, man. So Jets fans, there you go. That's the season right there. Mo, it's your time to shine. The Broncos beat the Falcons 38-6. That would ruin my parlay. Y'all ruined it.
Where my belt at?
You told me. You did tell me. You did.
Nah, man, I ain't really got much to say. It just really this year I just wanted to see what Bo Nix could do.
Hey, bro, hold on before you do that. Bro, go stop being modest, man.
Stop being modest.
Let's take your hat off, take your glasses off, hug yourself. You know, stop being modest, man. Stop being modest, man. You've been waiting on this.
I mean, Falcons, they ain't really been looking too good, you know, for the past few weeks. But you know, it's a great win at the end of the day. And man, Bo looked confident. Like I'm telling you, Bo is a hell of an athlete. He's a hell of an athlete.
Talking about, man, they throwing Bo Nix into the Rookie of the Year conversation.
I say the past 2-3 weeks, he's been looking like it.
Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
He third.
On his name.
You
got Drake May second. Right?
Oh, he said Rookie of the Year second. Unless I can think of another rookie that deserves to be second.
It would have been
third.
You know what, Most? I'm not surprised, man. Watching y'all in the preseason, you know, I give Sean Payton a lot of flack because of the Super Bowl that he got in New Orleans. This guy won't let it go. Like he was underwater when the shit happened. But I feel like for me, this is impressive because I can't name 10 guys on that team. Just, you know, I would say just outside of Surtain that just world beaters. So he getting the most out of players that probably nobody wants but him. I wouldn't say nobody wants but him, but you know, his guys.
I can't think that receiver is my mind going blank on his
Is
name.
it BD? What name?
Uh, Mims, yeah,
Mims,
yeah, because most you give Mims some flack, but Mims he been showing his stuff. He got speed
Sutton
now.
is balling too. Sutton is on my
Yeah.
fantasy
Yeah.
team. He
Well,
hooping. He
you know,
hooping.
both been finding Sutton. I don't know. At first, earlier in the season, it was a struggle to find Sutton,
He
but
hooping.
now he's been
But-
getting him more involved now. And
Yeah,
like I said, it just I don't know. It just he's poised, he's confident. He's just looking good right now. But
yeah,
man,
well,
if we get 8 or 9 wins, then this was a successful season for sure.
and
That's my spot for the moment.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, what's up with you and Mims? You always talking about Mims.
Nah, he was their main guy last year.
He got
When
13
Sutton went
catches this
down,
year.
He was their main guy last year. So that's why I'm saying like he's the deep threat, and they got him in space last Sunday.
Hey, that would Ben's
Got it done.
he sound like a proud father with because the Saints ain't doing well. He got a backup team. That Broncos the backup team, son.
Come on now. No, I'm just happy
Detroit-
what they did to the Falcons. I'm just happy. Sean Payton owned the Falcons, so I shouldn't really be surprised if I did that to him.
Hold on, one last point, man. If we could next year, if we could somehow add a wide receiver, a running back, and a tight end, we're gonna be solid next year.
Draft right here.
Also known
for the whole offense.
Yes.
Yeah, I need a running back too. Javonte, I still not sold Javonte.
Well, that's why I said running back, on the list too. We need a running back.
Watch out for this guy on y'all practice squad named A.T. Perry.
I ain't worried about no guy.
He swears he's a GM. He thinks he's a GM.
Dog, listen to me, bro.
Shanghai Sharks. Come on, man.
I am a GM, Gatwood.
He used to play for the Saints. That's why man. That dude, A.T. Perry.
Watch out for A.T. Perry, bro.
He's been retired for 3 years.
The dude's a beast. He came from, I believe, Wake Forest. Dude's a beast. All right, RC, man, your time to shine. The Seahawks beat the 49ers 20-17. The floor is yours, sir.
It's coaching, man. It's coaching. You got the second ranked offense in the National Football League. You got the 6th ranked defense in the National Football League. I watched the show last week and I saw y'all talking about the window closing and all this stuff. Bro, we got a coach it's like you ever hear people say you in your own way? This guy's in his own way. I mean, you're losing to teams that you clearly better than. You got a running back that has 700. I think he might have 700 yards rushing already. Mason's got 700 yard rushing. You get the guy. You get Ricky Bobby. McCaffrey come, but I call him Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby come back. You run him in the ground. He looked like Forrest Gump running out the braces because you feel like you just want to use this guy like he's some kind of video game character, man. It's coaching, man. I've never seen a team with this much talent play this way, It's like they expect teams just to quit. And I'm so happy for Geno Smith because if y'all would have heard the commentators in that game, but I don't know. Geno's another quarterback, man, that people they just give a lot of flack. This dude is the most sacked quarterback in the national football. Bro, he gets sacked every drive. He getting sacked at least once or twice. Like he don't have enough time to do what he did, but the Niners are in trouble, and I feel like them and the Baltimore Ravens are having the same issues. It's just the Niners statistically has been better. But teams are not afraid of them no more. Teams are ready to bow their chests out and look down the gun barrel and say, "Hey, you got to beat me." And if you want to beat the Niners, just blitz. You know, my boy Willie say, "Blitz, blitz, and more blitz, blitz, Bama, blitz."
Blitz.
I make Brock Purdy throw hot. Because Kyle Shanahan won't let him play quarterback like all the other quarterbacks. He's saying, hey, look, you got to get the ball off with this backer coming off this edge here. But they're in trouble, man. And they got a big game this weekend. And I think Purdy is hurt, but them guys. Go ahead.
You don't feel like your back end is a liability?
It's not, bro, we got the 6th ranked defense in the league. Do you realize my defense held them the entire game? Kept giving the offense the ball back, and this dude wasn't producing points. I'm going to tell you where the game was lost. You got you're up 17-13. You got the ball. It's 2 minutes left in the game. First down, you run the ball. Second down, you run the ball. No, second down, you throw the ball. You should be running the ball to get in field position to kick the field goal to go up 7. This dude, I have no idea why he's throwing the ball. He does, when the game get close, he's going to get beat because he's going to be in his own way. With that being said, I just feel like, man, all the trips deep into the playoffs and all that stuff in the locker room when you see with Debo, that's real. You never see that before now. These guys are starting to feel it. It's a lot of pressure. And I think Shanahan is losing his locker room. Do I want him to get fired? Hell no. I do not want. I'd rather be where I'm at than where I could be. I don't want to be the Cowboys. So,
do anybody else have anything to add on to that 49ers and Seahawks game?
Yeah. The 49 offense has been terrible, and Kyle he needs the he's been choking too much in these at the end of these games. To me, he's like coaching like Doc Rivers.
Yes, that's the perfect.
You know
That's the perfect example. Yep.
You know, he needs. He just got to get better with play calling, and I don't know why you call him. What you call Kristen? Ricky Bobby?
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. You mean the bionic man? Because you know when
he
came
that's what he is.
with two metal legs, like RoboCop. But man, Kyle, he just needs to get better with the play calling and stop choking. Please stop.
Well, how do you stop choking? Then sometimes you pat your back, sometimes you stick your finger down your throat, sometimes somebody shake you. I will
say that the injuries. I mean, y'all got about 1 million guys on.
Everybody had injuries.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, that's
dude. Listen,
still
reason why
I haven't been happy with Kyle play calling.
The reason why we're being with that is we lost to a Cardinal team that was decimated with injuries. They beat us 24-23. We lost to a Rams team that was decimated with injuries early. Yeah, they beat us 27-24. Do you hear these scores, bro? You're losing games, and it's because, and then it is. I think now is actually a thing. Like he's starting to believe that it's gonna be a situation where it could be like Andy Reid, where he went to Super Bowl somewhere else later on in his career, or he figures it out there. But it's neither here nor there.
I still think. I don't think anybody wants to play them in the playoffs.
So no, hell no.
They get hot at the right time. They're still going to be dangerous.
That's true. All right. The Bills beat the Chiefs 30-21. Flowers, was this a statement win for the Bills? Did they get the monkey off their back?
Well, I don't think it's a monkey on the Bills' back when it comes to Kansas City as far as regular season. This is not the first time Josh Allen has beaten them. You know, he's went to Kansas City and beat them. He's beat them in Buffalo. They just got to tie it together in the playoffs. But if you look at Josh Allen's team compared prior to now, they have a run game. You know, the defense, of course, is still great. But now I just think that Buffalo's physical enough to deal with Kansas City. I think they needed this win more than Kansas City did because, you know, you take wins like this and you build off the momentum. And if you can go, you know, into the bye week, you know, off this kind of high and, you know, think that there's a possibility that you might be the 1 seed instead of the 2 seed, that is lining up that you'll get a bye week possibly in the playoffs and everything might end up running through Buffalo. You know, I'm quite sure the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen are saying, why not us? You know, they went out there and beat a pretty good Kansas City team, in my opinion, pretty handily. I don't think Kansas City's lost by 10 since the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, all their losses been closest.
And I don't think Kansas City's given up 30 since the Eagles Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So look, those are two big feats that Buffalo, you know, served up. So I think the sky's the limit for this Buffalo team.
Gatwood, your thoughts on the Bills in Kansas City?
Man, just the fact that last run by Josh Allen, I think Josh Allen knew, like you saw the will in him in that last play where he ran in. he knew he had to score that touchdown if they want to win. Because if you're going to beat the Chiefs at the end of the game, whether you think Patrick Mahomes, refs, any of it, you gotta be up by 2 possessions at the end of the game if you want to beat the Chiefs. That's really the only way. I mean, everybody else loses. They've won a lot of 1-possession games this year, so he knew he had to get in the end zone there.
When the last time have you seen Kelsey be held to 2 catches for 8 yards?
I don't know. Week 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Week 1 through 4. RC.
He's right.
Yeah. RC, man, are the Chiefs vulnerable?
The Chiefs or the Bills? The Chiefs?
The Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah, they're vulnerable.
You would have a blueprint to beat them.
I think as long as the officials don't put their hands in it, you got it. I mean, you got to play straight up without horrible officiating. You got to change. But I want to say something about the Bills real quick. You realize they're on a 6-game winning streak?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
I took them all the time on my parlays.
And then they got a tough little patch here. They got Niners, Rams, Lions, 3 back-to-back. That's going to be –
Ooh,
they got to buy with me.
Nice.
But look, I think, man, the Chiefs, I would never count them out. I would never discredit them. I'll give them flack about who they are with officiating. But that dude, even when he had the ball down 10, I was like, I felt like it was NBA Jam. He could step on one thing and it'll turn over. He can get one touchdown, could turn into 10 points. But he's as long as they got dude, I'm always gonna say they got a shot.
Most unknown, Damian Woody came out and said Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league.
Most definitely.
Nope.
You feel
Lamar
who you
Jackson.
Bo Nix.
Like Lamar got like about 700 more passing yards and 2 less interceptions. Wait, didn't Lamar? Didn't he whoop? They whooped the bit.
Yeah,
the
they
Bills.
beat yeah. They did.
So what are we talking about?
That's it. But that has nothing to do with
what are we talking about right now?
That's a team. That's a team win.
Yeah, it's individual.
Oh,
if you had to choose a quarterback right now,
Mark Cooper,
Like Burrow.
when they played Baltimore, see that's the beauty of an NFL season. I think the Bills would beat Baltimore right now.
I think Jared Goff is. I got Jared Goff over Josh Allen.
Are you crazy?
Bro, stop it!
Absolutely.
Stop
Absolutely.
He said what? Hold on, I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
He said he got Jared Goff over Allen.
Come on now. That's blasphemy.
Hey, somebody check his cup. Somebody check his cup.
Hey, what you drinking over there?
I ain't drinking tonight.
Josh Allen to be number 1, but I'm gonna say this. I gotta say Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow. I think he's the best.
Definitely.
I think he's the best in the league right now.
He best in the league, just on a on a team that can't get it
I
done.
ain't taking Joe Burrow over Josh Allen because I know Josh Allen is durable. If Joe Burrow was playing for something, I don't think he'll be around to play for it. This Josh Allen got 18 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. I want this guy here because usually, he'd be around by 10 right by now.
Disagree.
He got. Think about it, bro. He had like 19 to 20 interceptions. He ain't fumbling it. He ain't turning it over. That 26-yard rushing touchdown.
Lamar got 25 and 3. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now?
But listen,
25 and 3.
We took Diggs away. We took a lot of things from him, and we said,
"Oh my God!" Is the MVP a team award or individual?
We were asking you that.
Yeah,
and I'm the individual. That's why I think Lamar is still number 1.
Sorry, what do you if you take Lamar off the Ravens and you take Josh Allen off the Bills, who you think has more wins right now?
I think it still be about the same, honestly.
I think the Bills be like 0-10.
They want to have no fear. Bro, listen, if Mitch Trubisky got to ever come in there, it's over.
Look, I remember them Nate Peterman days. I don't think go back to
Nate Peterman, man. The great Nate Peterman. Come on now. Nobody can throw interceptions like he can. Nobody.
We need to call that man. But
shoot,
I think y'all really living in the moment at right now.
No, bro. No.
Really in the moment.
Let me say this. I mean, I understand you reading the stats out most, but it's games like Sunday that Lamar needs to show.
He hadn't done it.
Josh Allen in the big game in the 3 o'clock window, everybody's watching. to do that. I mean, I like I say,
Josh had a 9-game, a 9-completion game this season.
But he didn't have no weapons though. His weapons
He
were
don't gotta
hurt.
throw it. But he's doing it with his legs too. I mean,
he had
that
that
was defense
in Houston and still almost won the game.
We got a good defense too.
And
Let me tell you,
to put icing on the cake, most Josh Allen's now the favorite for MVP.
Okay, Josh Allen wins MVP if they win 13 games. If they win 2 out of their next 3, he probably wins. If they beat Detroit, San Francisco.
Let me tell you how valuable Josh Allen is. I like Lamar Jackson, but I think if you take Josh Allen and you put Josh Allen, it's a lot of places you place that guy. They probably got. I guarantee you give him to us. You give him to Dallas. You give him to New Orleans. You give him to Baltimore. You put him anywhere where they got talent. I'm talking about more talent in the wide receiver and running back room. Can you imagine him in San Francisco? Josh Allen.
I love seeing that white.
I don't think y'all lose, to be honest.
Bro, do you understand? Like Lamar Jackson is limited as a passer. He's limited as a passer. I love Lamar, but he's not gonna stand back there and just dissect you. This dude is a dot thrower.
If Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions, why is he not the favorite when he still won the game?
Well, you just said he just threw 5 interceptions in a game. He should be MVP.
That's why the 5 interceptions.
But they still won.
That's 5 reasons right there. That's 5 reasons why.
But Josh got beat by the Ravens and he had a 9-game completion.
No, bro.
That
was hard.
But I put Jared Goff in the MVP conversation weeks ago.
I love Jared Goff, bro. But did you see
Josh ahead of him?
5 interceptions in a game and you win? That's a good team. You got a really good team.
Because put Josh Allen with the Lions,
bro. I'm gonna tell you,
that'd be a juggernaut.
I'm gonna tell you what you're saying, Most. It's like the year we won a playoff game in Green Bay without scoring an offensive touchdown. That's how bad Jimmy Garoppolo was. The team is really good around him. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if just I'm saying any of our teams is on this panel, including Denver, your quarterback throw 5 interceptions? Good night, sweetheart.
We ain't coming back.
You dead. You dead.
I'm walking away. Randy's he said he loves seeing your reaction to the picks.
I'm trying to figure out. You need to have your people call my people all the way from Canada. Listen, you can call me Colette. I'm just trying to figure out what happened. What happened? 1 week he went down. I'm trying to figure out what he must have been asking the people. I mean, hockey season has started, Randy. That's what it is.
Yeah,
he focus on hockey.
Uh-huh.
All right, we got 2 more games, though. The Chargers beat the Bengals 34-27. RC, man, how good are the Chargers and Herbert?
Sneaky good. They just like them Broncos. Keep your eyes on them. I think not this year, but next year they're gonna be really good when he start getting weapons in there and people starting, because he did this with the Niners. He did this with everywhere he's been. That first year, he didn't have to wait with Harbaugh. I think the thing I'm more impressed with is the defense. I wonder what it would have looked like if they would have been able to keep some of the players that they had. But salute to them. Go Chargers.
Most on with the Bengals losing games like this, who does this fall on?
I mean, it's always falls on the coaches at the end of the day. But I'm not gonna sit here and I really haven't been paying attention over what's been going on in Cincinnati. I just know they got some issues at the moment.
They need to pay that guy.
I do want to show this clip. Well, I do want to show this clip before we keep going about the Bengals. It's Jamar Chase.
The most frustrating season of his career. Would you say the same?
Yeah.
Why?
What's our record?
4-7.
No, that's why.
Can you explain why the inconsistency has been there all year? You guys can't seem to string together plays or quarters or halves.
I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know why we're not finishing. I don't know what we're doing to give ourselves an advantage to finish. I don't know.
Still be like Are the playoffs realistic at this point? 4-7. Do you feel like y'all can? Joe said y'all got to get to 10. That's winning out. How realistic do you think is that given y'all's form?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I have no clue. I still believe in the guys in this locker room, though. We just got to find ways to finish.
You've seen Evan make
Jamar Chase don't know nothing, do we?
Nah, he was being real. Nah, he was being real.
I don't know. Hey, that's good. That's a good answer though. Not to get himself in trouble. Go ahead, Flowers.
I can't blame Jamar Chase for doing what he's doing and saying what he's saying, because if we rewind the hand of time, before I say this, Zach Taylor's not to blame. It's the organization. It's the owner. You know, they're cheap. They don't invest in the team well, and this man might lose his job because of that, and that's a problem. But you got to think about it. This man wanted to get paid prior to the season, wanted to get taken care of. They wouldn't do it. So he sits out. They string him along. It took him a month to get in shape. Okay? So you had that along with everything else that's been going on in Cincinnati. Injuries last year, and people not knowing whether they're going to be somewhere long-term or not. The organization has to do better of protecting and taking care of their players. They let too many defensive players go. I know you still got Trey Henderson, but you lose one of the best safeties in the league. You know, your front seven has been picked off and on, you know, since Burrow's been there. But I'm guessing that the owner, seeing that the Cincinnati Bengals went to the Super Bowl with no offensive line and Burrow and company, and I guess he's just riding that wave. But understand this, the owner of the Bengals, I think it's Paul Brown, if I'm not mistaken. Understand this. You're only as good as your quarterback, in which you're paying him a lot of money, but if you can't keep him upright and healthy, what does that get you? And if you can't string along talent, you know, to build up this team and stay relevant, what does that get you? So, you know, it's frustrating to be a Bengals fan right now, I would imagine.
So, Zach Taylor the problem?
I don't think so.
The GM. I think it's the GM.
I think
they ain't bringing no talent.
Because, and look, we sit up here and say that they're going to fire Zach Taylor. They're not going to fire Zach Taylor. They didn't fire Marvin Lewis.
They cheap.
They kept Marvin Lewis.
They should have never let Jesse Bates walk.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't blame GM because they didn't re-up. They let go
And Joe Mixon.
They let go Joe Mixon. They let go a couple of receivers. They let go some back, some corners. And they didn't re-up.
They still haven't paid Jamar Chase, and they still haven't paid T. Higgins.
Right.
And
I don't think T. Higgins is
Have Henderson been paid?
No.
Yeah, I think
I think it's time for Trey Henderson. I think it's time for another deal, because he's been in Cincinnati for years now. So, because when did he leave the Saints? Like 4 years ago.
Man, yeah, it's been like 4 or 5 years. He needs to come home.
It's time for a re-up, and Trey Henderson is a top 10 defensive end in this league.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pay him?
Probably not. I mean, they let the corners and Jesse Bates walk, and Joe Mixon because they didn't want to pay him. So it seemed like they're having some issues paying players.
Well, that's the point of paying Joe Burrow early, so you can have the cap to be able to take care of the rest of the guys. This is a management fault, because you're paying Joe Burrow. Who else are you paying? Nobody. Keep Sweat, as RC would say.
Yeah, that's
nobody.
it.
He need
it don't make any sense.
Take care of Chase. They need to take care of Higgins. Keep your quarterback happy. Keep Joe Burrow happy.
I like Chase Brown too. He cutting up.
Yeah, Chase Brown, but they should never got rid of Joe Mixon, man. And you can tell, even though Chase Brown been carrying him, but
look how hard
losing Joe Mixon.
Well, okay, I'm glad you said that, and I know I'm hogging up the airwaves, but
he good.
Look at how hard Joe Mixon is running for the Houston Texans.
Yeah,
they did not utilize him like that in Cincinnati. So I have to go back and ask the question about Zach Taylor now, so that I bring that to the forefront, because you see what Houston's getting out of him. Cincinnati could be getting the same thing,
and they could have been.
Even they really wasn't using him like they needed to.
They could have got a 1-2 punch with it too.
Pass happy.
Yeah, because Chase Brown could be like an Eckler.
Yeah.
Right. He's the scat back. You know.
I'm glad
but
he's not because he's helping me with fantasy right now. He's cutting up.
What's so funny, RC? I had Chase Brown. I traded him away. The guy ended up dropping him. I guess Chase Brown had 2 bad weeks and he dropped him. I'm like, that's your fault.
That's probably why he dropped him.
And I'm always, man, listen, right now I'm on fire. I'm like the Bills. I'm on fire. Yankees kicking ass. I'm on fire.
Well, I reacquired my top seed that I needed back. So
I'm coming for it though.
You can have Bear Crazies. His team's not that good, so you can have his spot. All right, man. Gatwood, your time to shine. The Texans beat the Cowboys. What were your thoughts about that game?
I mean, it was expected. We should have won that game. I mean, Cooper Rush is starting at quarterback. They got a lot of injuries. I mean, Joe Mixon. I mean, like Flowers was talking about earlier, I mean, that dude's running the ball great this year. I mean, what a great pickup for us. I'm still suspect about the O-line. That's our main problem. We need to fix that. CJ he's going to get a little bit more comfortable in the next couple of weeks just because Nico's back. That's a safety blanket. It's huge getting him back. I mean, we've had a solid year, not as good as, I would have liked to have had, especially coming off of last season. I feel like we're kind of in the same boat in a way as last year, especially losing Diggs. We have the same receiving core, same offensive line. And also, I mean, our defense has stepped up, though. I mean, our defense has played really good this year, forcing a lot of turnovers. Getting Will Anderson back will be good. I feel like we can make a little noise this year, but I don't know if it's our year or not.
Yeah, y'all still young. Y'all still have a lot to learn. Man, y'all got plenty of weapons, and with Nico back, should open things right back up. So, where are y'all at in the division?
They're first.
We're 7-4.
Let me add something. I can speak nicely about division rivals, even though Houston's my biggest one. I personally feel like Houston has been through that adversity patch that teams go through in the year. I think they've been through their rough patch. So I'm assuming that things are on the up and up for Houston as long as they keep Nico Collins and Mixon healthy.
Yeah.
Losing Diggs might be a blessing in disguise.
Yes, indeed. I was thinking that same thing. That cancer out of there.
Okay, y'all seem like y'all not missing a beat. To be honest,
shouldn't have got
dude.
I don't think she's just completely healthy. To be honest,
guys that need to play, that can play.
Michi, man, look at what Michi did last game. I mean, y'all got the players. So it's gonna be interesting to see what y'all do later on the season. All right, let's do stud and dud, shall we? And I redid the video, so it shouldn't be too loud. All right, let's see y'all old man can remember who y'all stud and duds are.
Oh man, I've been up since 2 in the morning.
Hey, Ben. How old are you, bro?
I'm 35.
Nigga, you old. Come on, let's keep going.
Brother, you look 50.
Oh, young 35. That's what
Brother, you look 50.
They said the 30s are the new 20s.
They lied.
That's 20 years ago.
Hey, Ben, that's not what your knees say.
My knee perfectly fine. RC see me how be hopping off my truck.
They 45 yourself.
All right, man. Mo, who your stud?
Oh, I had to choose my quarterback.
Bo.
Bo Nitch.
You not being humble.
Mims in motion into the backfield. Fake the give to Mims. Nix to throw. Wide open at the 5. And in is Nate Atkins.
Beautiful play call.
Good.
That was a good play call, for real.
Beautiful.
It was open.
They can draw them up now.
Scheme them open.
Gatwood, who your stud?
Joe Mixon.
I think everybody pick a player from their own team.
I think this
spending a lot of time at the line of scrimmage once they get up there. Hand to Mixon, cut back. Joe Mixon, goodbye. Touchdown, Texans.
That's just sad.
Hey, if the NFL had a most improved player award, Joe should win it.
Right. Point.
He's up there, yeah, for sure.
Dallas falling apart, the stadium falling apart. That's crazy. Flowers, who your stud?
Anthony Richardson.
AR.
Expected.
Here we go.
3rd and goal. Richardson running left, blockers ahead. Richardson gets it. Touchdown.
My boy eats a weed.
Why he run over Reed like that?
First, he did it on both.
That was personal.
Oh, it was a beautiful day Sunday.
Yes, it was, Cloud. Yes, it was.
That 5 looked clean too. Yeah, the 5 picked the right jersey. It's the McNabb. McNabb wore 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. Didn't Jeff Garcia wear number 5 too?
7. I think so.
I think Jeff did
with the 49ers. Yeah, Jeff Garcia, he wore number 5 with 49ers. RC, who your stud?
Geno Smith. Big time
Really, man. No hate.
I don't hate, bro. Geno to me gets a lot of unnecessary hate.
To throw. Smith takes off. Geno Smith, end zone ahead. Touchdown Seattle. With 12 seconds, Geno Smith again puts the Seahawks on his back.
Dude, right before that, the commentators pretty much was throwing dude under the bus, like saying that, he had put up the stat that he hadn't beat the 49ers, and then he was almost throwing picks. I'm glad to see him get over the hump with that.
He run twice in a row. Then the play before that, he ran for the first down. And that play, he ran for the touchdown. All right, dang, that's crazy.
So when you defenses in the National Football League, man, I just feel like I would run more as a quarterback. When they turn their back or they play man, take off.
Mm-hmm. That was just did.
Just slide down when you're supposed to slide down.
We even had a run for Derek Carr in the Saints game. A little bootleg action for him. He got the first down. My stud is Taysom Hill, the Swiss Army knife.
He had a day. I gotta give it to him. He had a day.
Yep.
Man, dude, crazy.
Best when Taysom is involved in everything. And that is what we have seen today.
We go again.
He picks up another first down. Still going. Taysom Hill with his 3rd touchdown today. Takes this one 75 yards.
I'm going to tell you what, but y'all better not let happen. You better not let him get out of New Orleans, because what he does is a few teams that'll use it. They'll use him just right. You know who I'm talking about. You better not let us get him.
Yeah,
you better not let the Lions get him. You better not let Green Bay get him.
Denver.
Yeah. Oh my God, Denver especially. You'll really be sick. You go picking players from the Saints.
It's really the Denver Saints over there. That's really what it is.
What?
The Denver Saints.
I got my 10 players over there.
Did you see how he just did that? Most of them.
Denver got more rings than the Haynes.
Wow, bro.
I'm just saying, man.
He ready to leave New Orleans. He ready to leave New Orleans anytime. He ready to go.
All right, Most who your dud?
A dud. No player. Doug Peterson. Time to pack up and go home, brother.
He ain't lying.
You know what? I can't control that, and listen, I've been around this league a long time, and if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, obviously. But at the same time, I still have a job to do, and that's to get ready for a good division opponent here in 2 weeks.
He looked like he needs to release a good fart. Like he just stand up there,
look. You see the dead in his eyes.
Bro, them dudes don't be caring about getting fired, man. Dude, rich.
Like, got beat to sleep, and they asking this man these kind of
Can you imagine you just had the worst day ever, and that's what you had to deal with? But dude, them dudes don't be caring about getting fired. Them dudes are rich. Like he gonna get a lot of money.
Some do care. Not everybody. Not everybody. There's some coaches that like to win.
But I'm saying when you got a bad team, though, brother,
Right.
You're like,
He ready to go.
Houston got his ring too.
Yeah, he got Philadelphia. That's the only. He's a legend in Philly.
He'll probably end up somewhere as an assistant or in the front office somewhere. That's probably how it's gonna go. All right, Gatwood, who's your dud?
Evan McPherson.
Ugh.
51 for the lead. Missed it again to the left.
Missed it again. When it mattered the most.
You remember how good he was that year they went to the Super Bowl? He was automatic.
Man, they paid him all that. He's still good. He got paid, man. But hasn't not been a crazy week in the NFL with kickers? Everybody been missing kicks.
Not Boswell.
Yeah, not Boswell, but it's been weird. All right, Flowers, to your dud.
Dustin Hopkins, man. I don't know what y'all did with these kickers these past 2 weeks, man. But y'all
some voodoo.
These fellas.
I'll say something about. I'll say something about this video though.
By him. 27-yard attempt this time. Hopkins, no good.
He missed 3 in the second quarter.
I felt so bad for bro. I felt so bad for him. Let me tell you why. Because before he missed that kick, we had a holding call. Yep. He missed the first kick. We had a holding call, so he got no retry. He did the exact same thing, hooked it to the left, the exact same way. I was like, bro.
I know what's going on. They're supporting Jake Moody by missing because Jake Moody was missing 3 in one game. So they like, we're gonna back you up, Jake, next week. That's what they're doing. They support him.
Young Cool.
They missing
Young
up.
Cool missed 3.
They messing up our tickets out here, man.
Oh, that dude went to Bourbon Street on Saturday night. That's what happened.
That what happened.
I was looking at that in the second quarter, and I seen that. I said, "Oh yeah, Browns not winning today."
Toilet bowl, straight flush.
Good.
All right, RC, who your dud?
Bro, I knew this was gonna happen to Kurt, man. Kirk Cousins, I knew you were gonna come back to earth, bro. You always do this to me, Kurt. Kurt went from wearing jewelry, hanging out with Future. Now he eating soup with young Cole, who has whatever his name is. They hanging out.
What, you have a pack of ramen noodles or something?
Man, listen. What happened, Kurt? What happened to the bling bling?
That man never ate ramen noodles in his life.
Yes, he had. Kurt, eat them now.
In the dorms, he was.
I think everybody has tried them at least once. I mean,
yes, indeed.
I lived on $4.
Where's the video?
Michael Penix Jr. He had
it here, but a big gain and a big conversion for Atlanta. On first down and 10. Cousins lots of time, and he throws an interception. It's Cody Barton. Barton with the pick and the return to the 47-yard line.
I don't know what he was seeing.
Hold on, let me tell y'all something. Because I put in a ticket. I was actually gonna go over on Kurt. But then I like, you know what? I like, man, forget that. It's my team. And Kurt, I don't know. Kurt do this all season. You know what I'm saying?
Most listen to your first mind when you gamble because it usually comes back to hunt you.
Dude, listen to me. Kurt, Denver got some of the loudest uniforms in the National Football League. If you can't see orange, you can't see no color. Bro.
He didn't see a backer sitting in that zone.
If you can't see that orange jersey, I mean, man, that's a loud color. I mean, Kurt I got to get this out of my hand.
That's the type of throws Derek Carr be doing to be pissing me off. So I can't win. I feel for a Falcons fan.
Sounded like Joe Flacco from last week.
Like, how you not see that big old dude at
get off old Joe, man.
Kurt don't need to be in Atlanta. It's over. It's done.
All right, my dud is Jaden Daniels.
Commanders down by 9. Daniels fires over the middle, and it is Reed Blankenship.
He looked
comfortable the whole night.
Yeah, Eagles just better roster.
He just had a
Yeah,
bad
you always
game.
gotta hate on the young fella when they're down. You
How?
You've been
I
waiting
never
on it.
hate on Jane Daniels in my entire time doing
see
this
that
show.
Stroud a few weeks ago too when he had one bad game. You gonna pick out the young
I
guy.
gotta take it. I mean, you gotta get when they had that one bad game.
And you got mad at me that one time when I picked Derek Carr.
It wasn't his fault, Gatwood.
Okay.
All right. We have one more topic, then we be getting out of here. I think this is a pretty funny topic right here. Welcome to overtime. All right, I have a video to show you. I don't know if y'all seen this or not.
Put together NBA versus NFL.
When is this happening?
Coming soon. I'm talking boxing, fighting, football, basketball.
Are we doing retired players versus retired players or active players versus active players?
Either or, but we're
So
going.
are we breaking news on this right now?
I just thought about it because me and Brock been good friends, and he challenged me to a fight. And I said, okay.
I'm not really your good friend. I'm ready to fight your ass.
See?
Hey, can we be the first main event?
You want to do it?
We'll be the first ones up.
Can I host it?
Yes.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, you can host it.
Yes.
Right here.
All right, so Dwight seen the video, right? And he commented on Twitter. He said, Shaq, what's up? Let's make bread. Laughing emoji. Then Shaq said, you gotta have more than one ring to get in the ring with me. I stick with the real champion like Gronk, and you can have the Superman belt all yours, buddy. Do that sound like Shaq ducking Dwight?
Yep.
In a sense, it do, but it's also a fact that throws shade towards Dwight every chance he gets.
But what? Let me ask you something, man. Shaq is a coward.
Shaq need to be honest with himself. Dwight did way more in Orlando.
Are you crazy?
Okay.
Hold on. Hey, hold
Dwight did way more.
Hold on. I'm gonna go find myself. I'll be right back.
What did Shaq do there other than lose?
He built, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. Diesel built Orlando. Shaq is Orlando.
Yes.
Shaq, you talking about Shaq?
They still sell his jersey.
And Dwight ain't.
Dog, listen, man. No, bro. No, man. No.
Crazy.
I know what Dwight did, but I'm telling you, Orlando was just a place on the map. When Diesel go there, they were them pinstripe jerseys. That was this first year he almost made the playoff without Penny Hardaway.
Shaq lived like what, 4 years?
In Moses' defense,
bro, they went to the finals. Bro, listen, man. Go ahead.
About Dwight though, also.
No, bro. No, bro. Diesel and Dwight, there's no conversation to be had. Not at all.
It's not a matter of who's better. It's about who did more
contributions.
Thank you.
Dude, hey, man. To be honest, we were selling Shaquille O'Neal retro Orlando Magic jersey in the store, and people were buying them like crazy. I ain't never seen a Dwight Orlando Magic jersey in the store.
Shaq was more offensively gifted than this guy. Guy was Shaq came in the league dominant. Dwight came in the league. He was 9 pounds 6 ounces. You seen that dunk that Kobe had over? He folded like a lawn chair. He was a baby.
I guess them 3-4 defensive player of the year award don't matter.
Okay, but in the era that he played in, the time he was playing, the early 2000s, I'm thinking about who was the second best center at that time. Was it Paul Gasol? I mean, but in that finals against Paul Gasol, Shaq would have dominated Paul Gasol. It wouldn't even. Man, listen, ain't nobody double teaming Dwight. Ain't nobody double teaming Dwight.
He couldn't. He lacked offensive playmaking skills.
No, bro. Listen, I'm a hard on Shaq because Shaq was fat in the LA winning championship. He screwed Kobe, but in Orlando. He was bringing the ball up the court.
Yeah. That Shaq was different.
I just feel like we wouldn't even be having this discussion if Dwight didn't call him the Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dwight his just due if Dwight didn't refer to himself as Superman.
I like Dwight Howard, but I look at players coming to their profession. LeBron came out of high school and never not been the guy. Shaq came out of LSU. He was always the dude. We had to wait on Dwight.
That's true.
Dwight couldn't even fit his shoes yet. His shoes had a big old gap in the back. Shaq was diesel. He was the guy, bro. Like, but this junk he doing with Dwight right now don't want to fight Dwight. This your chance to knock Dwight out.
Yeah.
You want
to prove your
I understand.
First of all,
they should have done this years ago. I know Shaq old now, so I can see why Shaq dug him crazy. He's kind of old. The Dwight's still young.
First of all, I don't want. I'm done with this with boxing. I don't want to watch.
I'll watch that. I'll watch Shaq.
No.
See, Darren Williams spoke Frank Gore up.
I rather watch that than watch retired 58-year-old boxers.
Right.
And Jake Paul. Like, give me two guys around the same age. You know, Shaq.
They can't fight. What they fight like
if
that?
If they fight like I like it.
I don't want to watch that.
Turn.
Because they on an equal level. They're on an equal level.
And you know they're gonna put it on Netflix. I'm gonna have to watch it on 240p again. I ain't trying to go through all that.
Bro, give me Kwame Brown and Gilbert Arenas in the center of the ring. Let me see that. I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see former players that got beef. Now that'll be something to watch.
Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. Give me that.
Stephen A. Smith
Ben versus LeBron.
What's the guy?
Hey, put your money on me, Gatwood. Put your money on me.
I ain't putting no money on you. LeBron's 6'9", 250.
Oh, I'm 5'8.5". 220.
What's your point?
5'8", 120 pounds soaking wet.
I'm 220 muscle. 220 muscle. Let's go.
Hey man, so you telling me you would not be entertained to watch Shaq fight the White House? I would love to see.
I definitely would.
I'm a boxing fan. I love the sport of boxing. I hate what it became.
Man, boxing dead, brother.
It's a crap show.
It's all about UFC now.
Yeah, boxing dead, bro. It's circus. It's a circus now. It's sad.
It's dead. It's a joke now.
Shaq a coward though. Shaq do all that picking with this dude and don't want that smoke. Go get it.
I agree.
All that time he called him the names on social
and what do
media.
Basketball rings got to do with boxing? Like this is my thing. I would love to tell Shaq. You always, it's as if you never hear Michael Jordan, LeBron James always talking about the rings. He always throwing these rings up. Like Dwight got. How many Dwight got? 2? 1?
He got 1. Dwight do got a ring. Yeah. So
LA. Lakers, yeah.
That's the Mickey Mouse ring, though.
So, it just sounds like Shaq ducking. You know, all that time he talking noise. Now he don't want to see him in the ring.
Let's get this bread. Dwight beat the hell out of Shaq, man. He'll beat the hell out of Shaq in the box.
He would. I just say that because he's younger.
Yeah,
so
but
Shaq,
my thing
anymore like that.
And then my thing, Dwight gonna want to get him because of Shaq always picking on him, and so in a boxing ring, it's fair game. I just feel like Shaq to me is, he's a bully, so I want to see him get his ass kicked.
Well, I don't think he's like that though. I mean, he's the most dominant center ever. I've always wondered why he's kind of like been like that.
If he was 5'11", 6 foot tall, he wouldn't be that. It's just stature. I think, to me personally, the way he did Kobe Bryant, the way he did Penny Hardaway, he was able to do it to Penny, but he wasn't able to do it to Shaq. Do it to Kobe because Kobe more dominant. He did Penny wrong, man. He knew Penny wasn't gonna stand up to him.
All right, guys, that was a fun topic. Hopefully, we get to see it soon. Now, I don't want to see Shaq and Gronk. I don't care about that.
No.
I want to see some people that got beef, man.
Gronk could be biting his ankles.
I want to see Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hitman Hearn fight one more time. How about that?
That'd be a good one.
All right, we brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. Michael Vick said football is back. It's time to bet on Bet Us. Win some money. Christmas coming up. You know them kids want some gifts, some big gifts. So win some money, help you out a little bit. Black Friday coming up. Like I said, Swiss Energy is running a sale Black Friday, so check them out.
Get 14 cash for 14 cents.
so you can sell out your trunk, RC?
Yeah, man. You need to let us try to see what we think about it.
I gotta bring you some. Yeah,
give everybody some. Listen, so we can all get rat poisoning. You see what I'm saying?
And as y'all can see, we have a merch shop. And I'm wearing They Had Greatness Alvin Kamara repping him today. So get your t-shirts on our website. Thinking about doing a King Griffey, and never did. Well, we did a Tony, but I kind of want to do a throwback King Griffey.
Allen Iverson.
No, do a Harden Rockets.
I agree.
Nah, nobody ain't gonna buy that.
I will.
Legends.
You say Flowers?
I said I look. We do need to do some legend edition shirts.
Yeah,
we need to do some
Iverson. Them some good names.
Some MJ, Kobe,
Eli
Tom
Manning.
Brady.
Do a Chipper. Hey, I'll buy it. Do a Chipper Jones. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'm
Chipper
saying
Jones.
I would love a Chipper, Andrew Jones. I would love that.
We got time. I love
Wayne Gretzky. I want Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, I love a Gretzky. Man, sure, I love a Michael Vick, and he's a Falcons guy.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, that's the show, man. We might be back Thursday. Yeah, we will be back Thursday. We have a new co-host appearing with us Thursday, so get ready for that.
Oh, I got a question. What y'all think about Harden getting second all-time three-pointer?
Nothing special. He traveled on most of them.
Hey man, that's sad. It was sad. That's savagery. They said he just glossed over that, man.
I ain't gonna be mean. Congratulations to James. I do want to say today's game allowed freedom amongst these players to be able to take the amount of 3-point attempts for James, to be able to make them. So,
I think
James been doing this for the past 9 years at the least.
I think the most impressive thing is the fact that James Harden has went this long with that beard like that. I mean, because if you really look at that beard, that is over his lip at this point. Like, this dude has the best. Whoever keeping that beard up, probably a bird in that damn thing.
You got to put that beard oil out, man. He got to put that beard oil.
Berries, man. That's all berries and oil right there.
But James Harden. I didn't know that. Being that his first 3-point shot was KD that assisted on that 3-point shot. That was a long time ago. Salute to James on that longevity.
All right, guys, that's the show. We'll be back Thursday. Then I gotta do a show Friday with Jay on his show. So I'm making a guest appearance. He's doing a Thanksgiving show.
Okay,
so y'all
really?
can check me out then, from the breakdown.
What, y'all gonna be eating chitlins on that mug? Chitlins?
No, man.
Hey, Gatwood, once again, Jalen Green, bro. That's my dog. He hooping. Keep an eye on him.
Our young guys are looking good so far.
If I'm Houston, I'm calling Milwaukee. What do you want?
I don't want Giannis, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want Giannis.
I know,
Man,
but
don't
look,
hate on Giannis.
the person that you can bring in, they'll be serious.
Right.
I want Giannis, but I can't.
Hey, if Houston call Giannis, they got to get his brothers first.
It depends what we're giving up. I don't want to blow up the young core. I like the young core.
I'm saying just draft picks and like two guys that you're not gonna worry about.
Yeah.
Other than don't touch Green or Sagoon.
You know how it is with NBA trades. They never trade any special players. They usually just throwing some picks and two bench players or something.
It just takes Giannis to be an asshole to bring the value down because he wants to get out. That's all.
Just like Harden. I mean, that's why we got this young core.
Exactly. All right, guys. It's been a great time. We'll be back. We'll see y'all then. We out of here.
See y'all.
We'll be right back.